Justin, just your thoughts first up on obviously the club announced Sean Long leaving. Just your reaction to that, please.
Well, obviously we've known for a bit of time. Look, mixed thoughts. I would have loved Longy to have stayed. I've enjoyed him working with us here, and ideally you'd rather him stay to the end of the year. But the fact that the codes don't run similar seasons, similar time of year, so that therefore I think rugby unions start their pre-season in a couple of weeks. So wanted to give him a chance to have a couple of weeks off before he's going to start there. And a good challenge for Longy. I'm happy for him. He's been here as assistant for his 5th year, so he needs a new challenge, and I think it's good for him. And the good news for us is what we've been building over here. One person or one player is not going to affect that. So we're on track and we're okay. The fact that Longy is moving on.
And I suppose in a way it was a bit of a shame we couldn't get the job done on Sunday. It's a bit of a farewell to Longy and a bit of a positive send-off for him.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, obviously disappointed we didn't win on the weekend and with Longy's last game with us, but it's not the way it panned out for us, and we'll be okay.
I suppose moving on now, I suppose it's a dangerous time to be playing Saint. We're effectively a wounded animal going into Friday, looking to respond positively.
Oh yeah, well obviously the players that didn't play will come back in, but Huddersfield are playing really well themselves. I think the last 3 or 4 weeks, they've really hit some good form, and they're going to be dangerous side on Friday.
You talked about the lads coming back in. Is there any other kind of changes potentially ahead of Friday?
I'll still probably give Regan Grace and Matty Lees a break this week. I said last week the fact that we don't have the international week off this year. Obviously the international players would have played in it, but the rest of the squad got to have a break, and with us doing well in the Challenge Cup, we don't have a week off at all. So we've got to look to try and give them mentally and physically a break. So probably definitely Regs and Lees will have a rest this week, and maybe we'll look for another couple in the next couple of weeks. But everyone will come back in that didn't play, obviously apart from Robes, who's going to get surgery today.
And that's my next question on Robes. I suppose it made sense for him to play against London, knowing that the surgery was going to happen this week.
Yeah, well, that's right. Well, he's carried that injury since the start of the year, and our initial thoughts were, can we push him all the way through to the end of the year and get it fixed at the end of the year? But as the weeks went on, he was sort of pulling up sore, and it was lasting more days than 1 or 2 days. So his performance would be affected later in the year if we didn't get it fixed now. So even for James Roby's performance to be affected seems unthinkable, but it was starting to affect him. So we had no issue playing with him on the weekend. He's been playing with it all year, so made sense to him to play, knowing that he's getting operated on today, and hopefully we can get him back in. Physio's telling me medical team 4 to 5 weeks, so I'll tell them 4.
And on the plus, it's a good opportunity again for Aaron Smith to come in and show what a great talent he is.
Absolutely, we've got all the confidence in us, and he's played a fair few games now, and he'll get a good stretch of games on now that Robes will be out for a few weeks.
And you touched on Huddersfield on Friday, how over recent weeks they've really turned the corner. Just where do you think their threats lie on Friday, and where do you think we really need to be in our game?
Oh, look, number of threats from them. Obviously, Lee Gaskell's playing really well from him, at number 6, and he's a big running threat with a great kicking game. And they've got a big forward pack, and obviously McGilvray and blokes like that out wide. So look, they are a really good side that have hit some real good form in the last few weeks. So we've got to make sure we play well on Friday.
And in terms of the fans, a fantastic turnout over in London on Sunday, and back at the top of the wicket on Friday. Oh,
it was amazing to be down there on Sunday. London's so far away, and they don't get a big crowd, and for 3/4 of the fans there to be ours, it's just fantastic. Obviously I'm disappointed for them we couldn't get the win, but it was a huge sign for how well the players are playing, that everyone made such a big effort, and to return home, as you said, on Friday is something we're really looking forward to be back playing at home.
Good luck Friday.
Cheers, thanks.